Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by for your daily Reiki micro session. This is a micro session because it's only 5 minutes of Reiki, where a normal session with me is an hour long. So it's just a little tiny bit. It's a tempter, it's a taster, it's a teaser, just so that you can experience Reiki if you haven't experienced it before. So we're going to do that. And then after that, we'll do 5 minutes of questions where you guys can ask me whatever's on your heart to ask me. So for the Reiki, let's get back to that so we can start it. What you need to know is that I am setting the intention for whatever is for your highest and best good for each of you as individuals. And then if you have something more specific that you would like the Reiki to focus on, feel free to go ahead and adjust that intention for yourself. The catch is keep that intention for yourself, okay? Um, those of you who are watching us after the live broadcast is over, please know that you can still get just as much benefit from the Reiki because it is energy, and energy is not limited by time or by space. So it works to watch this later on if you need to. Also, this is why it works for me to give you Reiki here from my little home studio out to wherever you are in the world, and you can still receive it because, once again, spirit is not limited by time or by space. So we'll start the Reiki, and then after that, we're going to do questions. But for right now, let's just get the Reiki started. All right, so we're starting Reiki at 4 after the hour. That means we're going to finish up at 9 after the hour. Hello there, Diane, Shakoya, Alicia. Welcome, welcome. Glad y'all are in the room. What are y'all using your Reiki for today? Highest and best for you. Great. To reveal the truth. Ooh, you want some clarity. Woot, woot. That's a good intention. For new romance. Woot, woot. You guys are coming up with some different intentions than usual today. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Mm-hmm. 4 more minutes of Reiki. La, da, da, da. You guys just have me so excited because you're doing different intentions than usual. Yay! As I was just thinking before you guys started putting your answers up there, we should talk about what all you can do with Reiki because maybe people don't know. So I'm glad to see that you guys have some ideas. Three more minutes of Reiki. Two more minutes of Reiki. Every time I do the countdown, I always remember this old show I used to watch. It was 20-minute workout. And this was back before there was even cable TV. It was all just through the air. Usually you could get about 4 channels on your TV. And this was aerobics, back when aerobics was starting to be trendy. And the lady who normally led it, she would always say, 2 more minutes, 1 more minute, make it count, work it out. Good morning, universe love. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Glad you're here. We've got 1 more minute of Reiki left. Are you the person who sent me the reading about the valuable things missing from the house? So I'm trying to get a first name attached with your name. Infinite peace and abundance. I like that. Roderick, namaste. I'm fantastic. Glad to see you made it in today. We've got 1 more minute left of the Reiki. How are you? Okay, so now I have a first name with you. Gotcha. Oh, we're not there at questions yet, Roderick. You have to wait till after the Reiki zone for that. We do not disrespect the Reiki by asking questions before Reiki is over. Right? Finally. Exactly. It's been a while that you've been trying to get in here in time. I'm going to have you put up that question again after I finish up Reiki, which is going to be right now. All right. Let me start my timer. We're going to start answering questions. So you guys throw those questions in there right now if you want. And I'll answer as many as I can within 5 minutes. La da da da. Diane wants to know, will she find love by the end of the year? Well, Spirit's saying love is all around you, Diane. What are you talking about? Now, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about romantic love. But Spirit is kind of poking at you like, you know what? You have love all around you. Will Diane find romantic love by the end of this year? La da 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 da. Roderick, put your question up there again, honey bunny. If they don't count if I'm not taking questions yet. I don't count those. Okay, Diane. Short answer is yes. You do have a little bit of a challenge coming up around that. You have to sort of set the foundation, and you set the foundation by loving yourself. Loving yourself. I think you're feeling a little challenged about loving yourself at the moment. Here's the other thing. You also have to face your fears about love. And you have to quit paying so much attention to those fears, because that's what's really been the biggest obstacle for you and blocking you, is that you're afraid about opening up to somebody and really loving somebody. And then this is when this is the blasted oak in reverse. This is telling me that this is when you start to rebuild your love life. And this is coming up, I'm going to say we're in September, October, November, December. We're looking at middle of November by the time this card shows up, whenever somebody comes in and you do start to let down your guard and build something up. By the end of the year, you've let down your guard pretty good. You've become vulnerable. You are getting more attached to somebody by the end of the year. So November is when I think you're going to have some stuff really happening. Meanwhile, you've got some healing work to do on yourself, and you have to get past those fears. They've been really holding you back. Okay, so Universe Love, what should I focus on the rest of the year? Universe is saying, why do we want to focus for so long on something? Why do we want to keep that focus that long? What if universe is saying, like, you're making the question too tight? What if I have other things to tell you? What if it's not going to be focused that long on it? Okay. What should Universe Love be focusing on now? During the next social time frame? During the next time frame? What's her next big focus? Work comes up right in the center. That's my center card. This is work. Wow. You're having a hard time letting something go. And so this is something that you want to be focusing on too, is letting that old thing go. You know it's appropriate to let it go, but you're still having a hard time. You want to really focus on letting it go. Now, how do you focus on letting it go? By focusing on the opportunities that are around you, the new that's coming in. Focus on the good. Don't be thinking so much about this thing that you're letting go. You're giving too much attention to that. If you give too much attention to that, then you don't get to focus on your new opportunities. Your new opportunities are leading you to work, 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 work. Now, here's the thing. Work is sticky for you. And work is sticky for you because it triggers you. Okay. This is my card that talks about ecstasy and the way that the creators of the deck wrote it. It's supposed to be true ecstasy, but I never ever have had it come through that way for me. This is a card that really depicts an old, I think it's an old druid tradition where a high priestess or a shaman lady or a medicine woman, whatever word you want to put on that role or that title, actually um, ingests a certain type of plant. I forget if it's in tea or how it happens, but anyway, they ingest a certain type of plant to induce hallucinations, believing that that's going to have them communicating with God. And it also makes them very happy. In other words, they use a natural substance to get high. All right. It's not pot, something else, maybe mushrooms, maybe some other tree bark. I don't know. But they basically got high thinking that this is a spiritual experience and that they're getting good information from the universe. Now, maybe that opens them up to get the good information from the universe. I don't know. But what I see when I look at this is not ecstasy, but false ecstasy. It's that fake ecstasy. It's not real happiness. It is artificially ingested happiness, basically. So when this comes up, for me, right behind that work card, this is telling me that work gives you this false happiness. So I feel like you're being triggered by work. Like, yes, it's good to have work. I feel like work makes you ecstatic, which tells me that you're triggered, like you're overreacting to the idea of having work. You're not, um, this can be something that comes up like if you went through a long period where you didn't have enough work. And so now when you do have work, it makes you so happy because you're reacting to all that time that you needed work instead of reacting to the here and now. So work is tricky. You want to do some healing work around your ideas and your perspective about work and earning money to help you move forward in a healthy way. Once you do some healing energies around that, then you have inspiration and ideas. You have new ideas about work and things that you can do. So let's summarize this because there's this kind of a complicated answer for what to focus on. First of all, focus on going ahead and letting go of this thing you're having a hard time letting go of. Thing, person, situation, whatever. You do that by focusing on the opportunities around you, by focusing on the positive that's happening, by focusing on the things that make you happy. That leads you to being able to do work. Now, problem with work is you're playing, you just basically went from one level of the game to the next level of the game. If you're picturing life like Mario Brothers, you just went from level 1. Now that you've got work, you're at level 2. You've already dealt with this letting go of something. That was level 1. You beat that level. Now you've got work coming in. That's your reward for beating level 1. Now you've got this sticky thing around work with your emotions that you're just, overly happy. So you want to come down to rationalization because when we're overly happy about work, what do? We overspend because we feel like we've got so much money coming in and everything is so wonderful. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot financially. Okay. So you're going to be doing some work around that. That's going to be a level 2. And then once you conquer level 2, there's your next reward. You have a new inspiring idea about work. Okay. So that's what we have for you, Universe Love. I hope you find that helpful. I know we didn't get to too many questions, but I want this time that I have with you guys to be genuinely helpful. I'm not trying to just be snap, 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 snap and give everybody partial answers. So if you have other questions that you still want answered, I do offer 1-question readings or even 2-question pre-recorded readings. And of course, I offer live readings as well. All of that information is on my website down below, and I would be happy to read for you. Let me right now, though, just catch up with conversation. Okay, 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 okay. So that was universe love. Didn't you ask me this question yesterday, Shakoya? Or was this somebody else? You're quite welcome, Diane. Oh, Roderick, you're wondering about love, love, love too, aren't you? La da da, socialista. Yay, yay. Welcome. Glad you made it in. You don't know what to ask. Hello there, Ali. Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you made it in. Hello. I don't know if I've seen you in my room before. I don't recognize your picture. Welcome. Glad you're here. Socially, so you tried so hard to formulate a good question, didn't you? And then I ran out of time. I don't know what AIA Wasaka is. Oh, you're talking about ayahuasca. There is ayahuasca that's down in South America. This would be more over like in the European part of the world, but before Christians became dominant. This would be more in Druid times. And it's something that is natural. I just can't remember. It's not ayahuasca though, because I would remember that. But good on you, because there are a lot of people that do have ayahuasca experiences as part of their spiritual journey, even these days. You're quite welcome, Universe Love. Claire G. Aw, thank you, honey. Well, I'm glad that you made it in today. Do you watch regularly on my other uploads, like my prediction videos? That was your first time asking? Somebody asked a super similar question yesterday. All right. Well, looks like I'm actually caught up with conversation. How did that happen? Thank you guys for being here. Everybody, enjoy your weekend. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for all the thumbs ups and for sharing this video with other people that it may benefit, especially the Reiki part. Claire, that is something that I've actually finished answering questions for today, but if you want to ask that in a one question reading, you can find out how to do that at my website down below. Let's see. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for thumbs ups. Thank you for comments. Thank you for shares. Thank you also to those of you who are ordering private readings and private Reiki sessions. It's all of you guys' support at every single one of those levels that allows me to do what I love to do for my living. So thank you very much. Everybody have a great weekend. Peace out.